Okay, this recording, this tutorial video, is about moving things around in Part Modeler. I used to have loads of hassle with this, not because there's any problem with it, it's just that I didn't understand it. So I'm trying to save you a bit of time by showing you how you do it and a few little extra things that'll help you. Quick little tip, if you click on a face, that does actually create a construction plane, and you can then use this set view to construction plane to look at it on that plane. So if I do the same there, just click that, view on plane, and that's how you can get it so that you're looking at it down on a face if that's what you need to do. So first of all, what we're talking about is part positioning, this icon up here. If you've watched anything else I've done, you know that I'm a great believer in creating these icons up here to suit yourself. All the things that I use, they're all up here. So I don't have to keep doing drop downs and thinking where is everything. I'm sure you get quite quick at finding where these things are. There you go, look. That's what I want, part positioning. So rather than doing that, I've got an icon. If you don't know how to do that, all we do is right click, customize, and then all the different things come down here and you find what you want and then just drag it up there. And then as you drag it, I'll show you with something and then you'll see. You can either lock it onto that one or that one or whatever and then let it go, and that's put that up there. Now I don't actually want that. To get rid of one, just pull it in the middle and let it go. And then when you close this, the job's done. The next time you open Part Modeler, your icons will be there. So definitely do that. If there's something you use, if you notice that you're using it a lot, do that. And also the ones you don't use at all, you know, I do all my rotations, my zooming I do by rolling the mouse wheel, my rotation I hold down my right mouse button, and my pan I hold down the wheel. So I'm not using the icons for that, so I've took them out, and I suggest you do the same if there's things you don't use. So to get on with what we're supposed to be doing, part positioning, let's click on it, see what happens. We get this box. This box is actually, what it's done is it gives us the option to pick a part, but it will actually default to the last thing that I clicked on. So if I started moving this now, it's actually the base plate that's moving because that's the last thing I clicked on. Put that back where it was, so at 0, and I'm going to say pick part. It says and apply is pending. Do you wish to apply now? And I'll just say no. So I'm going to pick that, and I'll pick, for example, that clamp. It's gone blue, which means I can now translate it so I can move it in X. I'm turning my mouse wheel to do this. Each turn of the wheel is 5mm. You can type numbers in there, or you can use these little boxes to go up one or down one, whatever. So you can move it in any axis, and we can rotate it. So if we look at this pink, that's actually the base position for that clamp. It can be anywhere. You can set this to whatever you want, but at the moment it's there. So if I was to say rotate it around the Z-axis, it will spin around that center, which is rubbish really. It's not what I want. If I was going to rotate that, I definitely wouldn't really want it to rotate around that center because I ain't really got a clue where it's going to go. If I want to move that base position, I'll just click base position, move base position, and now I can say, well, actually make the base position. If you look at this bolt, I'm going to actually go above this bolt until you see the dotted line now around the outside and a circle. I'm going to click there, and now I've got the center of that bolt as my center of rotation. I'll then click move part. Now if I start rotating it in Z, it's nicely going around that bolt. So that would be ideally what I'd want to do. So that's how we rotate. And to move, we can move it in any direction. We can move it. That's moved it in the X direction. Not good. I'm just going to Control Z to take that back. So that's how we move things. But what I'm going to talk about now is assemblies. I've discussed assemblies on other videos, so I'm not going to go all into that at the moment. But if you look at these ones here are assemblies, and these are just normal parts. So if I click on that, you can see that that is just a bolt. See the red arrow? That's that one. That's just a bolt. That one there is just a bolt. It goes blue when you click it. So you can see that's one of my dowel pins. And they're outside of assemblies. Now these three, they're assemblies. And they're the parts that's in the assembly. So each one of them is a clamp, consisting of a clamp and a heel. So it's that heel and that clamp. Now if I click the clamp assembly, the whole lot goes blue, or the two items that's in that assembly go blue. What that means is that when we click an assembly, which all goes blue, we can then go to our part positioning, and now it will move the whole assembly, which is great because I can shift this clamp, lock, stock and barrel to where I want it to be. So I could move it along 10mm like that, shifted the clamp, the bolt stayed where it is because that's not part of the assembly, but that's exactly how I'd want it to do. I don't want to have to move that, then that, and remember how much it was and get it right. So that's how I would do it. And the same thing with the rotation. If we click on a clamp, we've got that one there now, and then we click on this rotation again, we're going to shift the base position, move base position to the center of that bolt. Let's just go over it until you see the outside. There it is. That's on the center now. Move the part, click, rotate Z, and the whole clamp moves, which is what I'd want, because it would be a nightmare to try and move that heel independently of the clamp, but now it's exactly how I'd want it to be. Okay, and if, for example, you were thinking, well, that's how, when this fixture's made, that's how I want it to be, and this is a great thing about using like a part modeling system, is we could quite easily just extract these lines and build a stop around this, and then when our toolmaker makes it in the tool room, he'll put all that in, and this clamp will be exactly where we want it to be. So that's moving parts around. It's quite simple really once you know how to do it. Thank you very much.